All right. We live.
Where the swords at? All right, take them out. Okay.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
No.
Registry first.
Registry first.
Young man Kindle.
Bun Yahweh.
Ban Yahweh.
Bun Yashala.
Ban Yashala.
Young man Kindle. Bun Yahweh.
Young man Kendall. Bun Yahweh. Bun Yashala.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah. All right, come on. Give me the cup.
Come on, sir.
Go ahead up. No. Turn. Oh.
Everything in order.
Wait. La Yashala.
La Yashala.
La Yashala.
La Yashala.
Go ahead. It's good, sir.
Help me out. You gotta lift it up. Right shoulder.
Do we blow the trumpet
Yes,
right
sir.
now? Come on.
Imagine. Turn the face to east. Go ahead.
We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer, the Lashawan Kodash, and then we're going to repeat them in English. All right? Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakuzka. Taba'ah. Ratazayka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Dunlanoah. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalak now. Kabawath now. Kasalak now. Kabawath now. Wala'ah. Tabi'ai now. Banasaya 1. Abal. Hawashai now. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wahala. Watapa'ara. La'awulamyam. Aman.
Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Next up is the power prayer. Yahweh. Ba'Hashem. Yahweh Shai. Baba Kushah. Nathan Lano. Hakak. Lara Pa'ah. Kau Makala. Kau Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Hamatazarayim. Hakak. Lahakuyim. Hamathium. Hakak. Al-Rakawa. Hatama'ala. Lagarashan. Ba'Hashem. Yahweh Shai. The water. Aman.
That is the power prayer in English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. All right, next up is the rank and order prayer. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Yahushua.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapim.
Ha Alawapim.
Ha Saranyim.
Ha Saranyim.
Akwatazayanyim.
Akwatazanyim.
Ha Khalya Yalyim.
Ha Khalya Yalyim.
Ha Akwatim.
Ha Akwatim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bahashem.
Bahashem.
Yahushua.
Yahushua.
The water.
The water.
Aman.
Aman. Now this is the rank and order prayer in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana.
Commanding General Yohana.
And the generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is Psalm chapter 121. Asha.
Asha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Haharyim.
Al-Haharyim.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Isaiah.
Azariah.
Isaiah.
Azariah.
Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'arataza.
Wa'arataza.
Al-Yatan.
Al-Yatan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'a.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Walala.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasharal.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka.
Yumyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarach.
Wayarath.
Balayala.
Bayazalah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makalarai.
Makalarai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'athka.
Taza'athka.
Wabawa'aka.
Wabawa'aka.
Maitha.
Maitha.
Wa'ayim.
Wa'ayim.
Iwalom.
Iwalom. It's like I was on Shamar real quick. You have to see what was going on. This is Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made the heaven and earth.
Which made the heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Israel.
He that keepeth Israel.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
Even forevermore.
And even forevermore. Next prayer is Psalm chapter 83. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Thakarash.
Al-Thakarash.
Wa al-Thashakwat.
Wa al-Thashakwat.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Hana.
Hana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'ai Rayamwa.
Ya'ai Rayamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Ya'ai Tazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Amarawa.
Amarawa.
Lakawa.
Rakawa.
Wanakakyadam.
Wanakakyadam.
Magawa.
Magaiwan.
Wa Allah Yazakar.
Al Yazakar.
Sham Yasharala.
Sham Yashala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawai Tazawa.
Nawai Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakhadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al Yaka.
Al Yaka.
Baryath.
Baryath.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalia.
Ahalia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa Yashamayala.
Wa Yashmaala.
Yam Mawaaba.
Young
Mawaba.
Wa Hagariam.
Wahagarium.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Wa Imawan.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa Imalak.
Wa'aimalak.
Palashath.
Palasha.
I'm Yeshabia.
I'm Yeshabli.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Lalawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadya.
Madya.
Kasaya Saraa.
Kasya Sarah.
Kayabyan.
Kadyabiam.
Banachal.
Banahal.
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayan.
Bayan.
Da'ara.
Da'ara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La'ad Dama.
Adama. Adama.
Shayathamwa.
Shayadamwa.
Nada.
Nada.
Yab Mawa.
Yabmawa.
Kairab.
Kairab.
Wa Kazaaba.
Wa Kazaabwa.
Wa Kazabak.
Wa Kazabak.
Wa Kazatalmanai.
Wa Kazatalmanai.
Kal Nasayachamwa.
Kalyas Nasabahamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Nayarasha.
Nairasha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Ath.
Ah.
Na Awath.
Na'awath.
Allahayam.
Alahayam.
Allahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Shayadamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya.
Lapanya.
Ralcha.
Ra'akwa.
Ka'ash.
Ka'ash.
Thaba'ira.
Tabaira.
Ya'ira.
Ya'ira.
Wa Kalahaba.
Wa Kalahaba.
Thalahat.
Talahat.
Hariyam.
Hariyam.
Khan.
Kam.
Tharadapma.
Tharadathma.
Basairaka.
Basaraka.
Wabasa.
Wabasa.
Wapathka.
Upatka.
Thabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Payaham.
Kwalawan.
Palawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wabakwashwa.
Shumka.
Shumka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahalwa.
Bahalwa.
Aya'ai.
Ayai.
Waya Kaparwa.
Yawa Kaparawa.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Abadwa.
Waya Daiwa.
Wa Da'idwa.
Kaya Atha.
Kaya Ada.
Shumka.
Shimka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Al-Yawan.
Al-Yawan.
Al-Kalha.
Al-Karha.
Arataza.
Arataza. Now this is the Psalm 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O God.
Keep not thou silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo,
thine
enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
They that hate thee,
have
lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come. And let us cut them off. For being a nation. That the name of Yasharallah may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarim. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur has also joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kazan. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb. And like Zeeb.
Yea.
all the princes of Zabah,
all the princes of Zabah,
and Azamuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God. Make them like a wheel. As stubble before the wind. As fires burneth a wood. And as flames setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. And make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Lord. Let them be confounded. And troubled forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou. Whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Art the most high. Over all the earth. That's it for the prayer, right?
Okay. Do we blow the trumpet again?
Yeah. All right, with that we can shop you. Oh.
Do we put is the scroll?
Yes, we put the scroll back. Oh. All right. There we go. All right, with that, we can shop you, which means to sit. Oh man. Another Sabbath day. You know what I'm talking about? Right. So, this is the Lord's Sabbath day. Okay. Right? So this is the ISUPK Sabbath service. You got it? You taking the attendance?
Okay.
All right, yeah. So this is the Lord's Sabbath day. This is the day of rest. You know what I mean? Man, that camera's off. It's tilted.
Ooh, wow, it's tilted bad. I swear, I got it.
Right. So today is the Lord's Sabbath day. It's the day of rest. Right. We're having Sabbath service, and Sabbath service is something that's done in our culture. Right. This is something that's done in our culture. This is ancient. This is just as ancient as the what can I say? This is just as ancient as when the Lord finished making the earth, right, and making all the people in it. Just turn it. No, not the camera. The stand. Turn the stand. The whole stand. No, twist the whole stand. That's what I'm saying. Like twist it and then turn the camera.
Is that straight? It looks like it's straight.
No, it's not.
I like twist the legs and then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Twist the whole camera stand.
That's what I'm doing.
You come back over here. You're not understanding what I mean.
Oh, it's still cooking. Still cooking.
Mm-hmm. It's not centered, sir.
But is it straight like?
Nah. It seemed like it's loose.
Boy. What about now?
That's too high. Just straighten it up. Turn it a little bit to your left. Other left. A little bit more. A little bit more. There you go. That's too high.
You sure?
Kind of, sir.
All right. All right. Yeah, but this day is as ancient as anything else, man. The Lord said, keep the Sabbath day holy. What happened?
I was wondering which one we're on.
Verse 8.
verse 8. Genesis chapter 5, verse 8. Right? But what the Lord said, keep the Sabbath day holy. The word holy comes from the ancient Hebrew word kodash, meaning separate, right? Or set apart. So the Lord told us to keep the Sabbath day holy. So what is all these Christians going to church on Sunday for? Talking about that's their day of rest. Right?
Right.
They must not believe the Bible. Right? And it's evident that they don't believe the Bible because they don't keep anything that the Bible says keep. They don't keep the Sabbath day. They don't keep the Passover. They don't keep the Feast of Unleavened Bread, the Feast of First Fruits, the Feast of Purim, nothing. But they do keep the oppressors' holidays.
Right.
They do keep Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter. Right? So the Sabbath day is just as important as the Passover. Sabbath day is just as important as the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Right? It's just as important. So here we read the scriptures in the ancient Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash, or the ancient Assyrian, and then we read it in the English to let you know that we're just translating scriptures from thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. We're just translating from English back to the ancient Assyrian, and then from the ancient Assyrian back to the English. That's it. And that's what King James did when he made the King James Version Bible. Right, that's what King James did. King James, he just authorized for Greek and for Hebrew and Greek scholars to go in there and translate that language from the Hebrew and the Greek to the English. You know what I mean? Because he's the king. You got a precept, Bori?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Let me get that real quick. So like here. Psalm chapter 68, verse 11. The Lord gave the word.
Right.
Great was the company of those that published it.
Right. Because the Lord, this is the Lord's word. The Lord gave the word, and great was King David. Mm-hmm. Great was Moses.
Right.
Great was was Isaiah, right, and Malachi and Zephaniah, and great was King James also, because he authorized it. You know what I mean? He had to be a prophet because he had to know that we were going to be speaking English. Right, he had to know he was going to be speaking English nowadays. That's why he had it translated into the English language. Because if it was still in Hebrew, we wouldn't know what we were reading when we first came into the truth.
That's right.
We wouldn't have known anything. We wouldn't be able to. Nobody would be able to connect with their people out here that's enslaved. With our people out here that's in slavery. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Because we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know Hebrew. We think English is our tongue when we know that's a slave language. Like the Hispanic brothers, they think Spanish is their tongue.
Right.
You know what I mean? When that Spanish is another slave language.
It is.
Like the Brazilians, they think Portuguese is their tongue. Mm-hmm. But that's a whole other slave language, man. Well, here we go back to the Lashon Kodash, man. We go back to our actual culture, our actual language, man. Now you go ask those Kemetic nuts who's actually speaking their whatever language they think there is, the Metwanetta. You know what I mean? Because that's the only thing they think about is Egypt. They don't think about the rest of the 3,000 different languages in Africa.
That's right.
But let's go ahead and start.
Come on, sir.
So like, I didn't mean to rap.
Nah, it's too wild. So like, if I could, where we picking up right now is chapter 5, Genesis chapter 5, where we're on verse 8. But this is the chapter that refers to the descendants of Adam, right? So it's setting the stage for what's to come throughout the remaining chapters of Genesis, right? We're starting to get into the plot thickening, right? You know what I'm talking about? Like we talked about Cain and Abel last class. We done talked about Genesis chapter 1 and 2, the creation, right? Now we're getting into the kind of like introducing the main characters of the story, or at least what would lead to the main characters of the story. Because the Most High is, of course, doing everything in decency and in order. So he's bringing out the people which were the predecessors of Israel, and that's an important part of the first 5 books. I'm talking about from the Torah, from the Thawarah, when you're talking about Genesis, leading up to Exodus, leading up to Moses and the Israelites coming out of Egypt. And so we got to get all that. We got to get all the history. You know, I'm talking about the Bible is a black man's history book. Is a so-called Hispanic and Native American person's history book. This is important history for us to go over. This is why we're going over this in the way that we are, because we're quick to look up the history for the for the people in our favorite shows that we like to watch. We looking up all the articles, all the plot, plot holes and the lore and everything for our favorite movie show. Well, guess what, Israel, you got a lore and a history that is rich. I'm talking about that is honorable, that is noble, that is royal. You know what I'm saying? So we coming back to this and learning and going over the, the descendants of Adam is very vital. And so bear with us as we start to read the Hebrew, as we have men and women that are taking their first steps into relearning their language. Their spirit has not spoken this language for many generations. It hasn't spoken it for many lifetimes. So as we come back to the culture, as we come back to our original heritage, let us, give each other the room necessary for us to speak those first words, much like how when you're raising a child, you're very happy to see when that child's first speaking their first words, right? Even though it be English. Well, think about how glorious it is for the Most High to see his children reawakening to their original language that he gave them, the Lashawan Kodash. You know what I'm saying? Each word is vital to their learning and their knowledge base. And so coming into this, of course, his brothers are new to the Assyrian, new to the Hebrew, like the young man here who's going to be reading. Let us give them the time. And of course, in the effort of the young man and pronunciation and things like that, let it echo throughout history that this is a moment here where another soul is being reawakened to the truth of who they are.
Let's go.
Come on. So I was about to be, that was it. That was literally it. All right. What you looking for? Oh, you looking for the, all right, I got you. All right, now let's get it. Tell them where you at.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 5, verse 8.
Mm-hmm. And we're looking at the
This or the bottom one,
the handwritten. Basically these right here, they look the same, but
wow.
Yep. Waya.
Oh, wait, what is this one right here? See, look, if it says like these little dot things there, like
no, don't even worry about that just so much yet. Just look at the words. I know it looks a little bit different on your screen, but go ahead.
Kind of.
So Waya.
Haya.
Go ahead.
Ka.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The days. Yamaya.
Yamaya. Shot.
Yeah, I know.
Shot.
Mm-hmm.
Shata. Or
Mm-hmm.
Shata. Yep. Shot.
Keep going.
Shot.
Shatayam.
Shatayam.
Ashara.
Aishara.
Shana.
Shana.
And as you're going through the words, you're going to start to recognize the letters more and more. So just keep going.
Wa. Or
Mm-hmm. Wa.
Wa.
Shai.
Wa. Shai.
What the shy?
What the shy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know what just happened. Oh, then I'm good.
You're on the word 100.
Oh, okay. It's like, okay, there. Ma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Ma'a.
Ma'a.
Wath.
Wath. Ma'a wath.
Mm-hmm.
Sha. Oh, slug.
Shana.
Shana.
Mm-hmm. Wayamath.
Wayamath. I.
Now you can go to the next verse.
Verse 9. Wayahai.
Wayahaya.
Wayahaya.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Na.
Ana.
Wash.
Anawash.
Mm-hmm.
Wayahaya. Oh no, it's like it. That's the first one.
Tasha'ayam.
Tasha'ayam.
Mm-hmm.
You
You just read this one. Shana.
Shana.
Mm-hmm.
Waya.
Mm-hmm.
Waya al.
Walada.
Walada.
Walad.
Walad.
Mm-hmm. Atha.
Ata.
Kwaya na'ain.
Kwaya na'an. Our next verse. Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wayahaya.
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 Mm-hmm. Anawash.
Anawash.
Aharaya.
Aharaya.
Hawalayada.
Hawalayada.
Hawalayad.
Hawalada.
Layad.
Layad.
Technically Hawalayadwa, but go ahead.
Okay.
Atha.
Atha.
Mm-hmm.
Quanad.
Kwayanan.
Kwayanan.
Mm-hmm. Hamash.
Hamash.
Aishara.
Aishara.
Shana.
Shana.
Just do them one word at a time. Washamana.
Washamana.
Washamana. There you go. Ma'awath.
Ma'awath.
100. Go ahead.
So,
Shana.
Shana.
You've done this one already. Wayawalad.
Waya alad.
Mm-hmm. Banayam.
Banayam.
Wabanawath.
Wabanawath.
Mm-hmm. And daughters. That's what that is. All right. Verse 11. Go ahead.
Waya.
Keep going. You got it.
Wayaha.
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 Wayahaya.
Wayahaya.
Mm-hmm. Call.
Kal.
Keep going. Oh my God.
Waya.
So Yama. Yamaya.
Yamaya.
Mm-hmm. Anawash.
Anawash.
Hamash. Right?
Hamash.
Mm-hmm. Shanayam.
Shanayam.
Mm-hmm.
Waya.
Wayamath.
Wayamath.
There you go. Verse 12.
Wait, what? Oh, I didn't make these.
Keep going.
God, oh, I know. What?
Wachach.
Anawash. Which one are you on?
100.
100. Oh, yeah. Ma'awath.
Ma'awath.
Mm-hmm. Shana.
Shana.
Wayamath.
Wayamath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Say it with your chest now. Come on.
Wayahai.
Wayahai. There you go. Keep going.
Quanana. Or
Kwayanan.
Kwayanan.
Mm-hmm. 70. It's a tricky one. Shabayam.
Shabayam.
Mm-hmm.
Shana.
Shana.
Wayalad.
Almost.
Wayalad.
Wayawalad.
Wayawalad.
There you go. Atha.
Atha. Mahalala. Oh. Mahalala. Oh.
Mahal La'al.
Mahal Allah.
Close enough. Verse 13.
Wayahai.
Mm-hmm.
Kwayanan.
Mm-hmm.
Aharia.
Hawalaya. It's like it's Hawalayad.
Hawalayada.
So let me see that attendance sheet.
Hawalayadwa. There you go.
Hayawalad. Oh, it's like I don't know. Hayawalad. Ata.
Hawalayadwa.
Hayawalad. Adwa.
Ata.
Mahalat.
Mahal
La'al.
La'al.
Mahal Allah.
Arabayam.
Arabayam.
Shana. Okay, 8. You're learning a lot of numbers today. Washaman. Oh, yeah. Washamana.
Ma'awa.
Shana. Wayawalad.
That's
Banyam. Wabanya.
Why?
Yeah, go ahead. Verse 14.
Verse 14. Wayahaim.
Wayaha Yawa.
Yawa.
Kal.
Yamaya. Kwayanan.
Ashar.
Sanan.
Shah.
Shah.
Nayam.
Watasa.
Wathashai.
Watashai.
100.
Ma'awa.
There you go. Years. We've been saying this.
Shana.
Right, remember that in. You see that a lot.
Shana. Wayama.
That's the end of verse 14, sir.
All right, go ahead. Give me the English.
Do you want me to read that, or does he read that?
No, he reads that.
All right, Salaki. Go ahead. I'm tripping. I'm so used to reading it.
I think.
I'm like, yo, let me get it. Let me get in there.
So we're going over the generations of Adam, right?
Okay.
And these are the generations from Adam to Noah, because little does the world know, because the world wants to say that lineage doesn't matter, right? They want to say that lineage doesn't matter, but it absolutely matters, because you've never heard George Washington's great grandson never say that, oh, my great grandfather was George Washington, but that don't matter. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They don't never say that. So our generations and our lineage matters. You know what I mean? It matters, because that's how you know what tribe you come from. That's how you know what family of the earth you belong to.
Right.
That's how you know who's your father, who's not your father. Like Bob Marley's dark skinned like us, but going back by his lineage, his father's an Edomite.
Right.
So that will make him an Edomite. Right. So your lineage does matter. Your lineage does matter. That's why when a new reader comes up at the Sabbath service or at a feast day, he gives his registry on who he is.
That's right.
He gives his registry on who he is. You know what I mean? Even Yahushua Mashiach, our King, gave his registry, right? Oh, I'm not gonna say gave his registry, but the Bible records his generations, where he comes from, what line he comes from, who he is. You know what I mean?
Right.
They record that twice. They record his famous line, and then they record his literal line. They record all the famous people in his generation, and then they record all of his line literally. You know what I mean? So it's very important, man. It's very important. That's how you know who you are and where you come from. Right? That's why Christians that's why Christians believe God loves everybody and there's no separation between people. You know what I mean?
Right.
But there's definitely a separation between people because the Most High said so. Because He made the separation. Go ahead, Art.
Sorry. Verse 5, Genesis chapter 5, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
And all the days of Seth were 912 years.
It is all the days of who?
Of Seth were 912 years.
Now, who's Seth? You know who said this?
Oh, he was an Edomite.
No.
Oh, he was.
No.
No, he was he the new son of Adam?
We read it.
There you go.
He was the new son
There you
of
go.
Adam.
Right.
He's a new son of Adam because Cain killed Abel, and then Abel's dead. Cain is cast off, right, into the land of Nod. So now who's supposed to be the chosen seed, or who's supposed to be the passed down the lineage, right? That's another thing why lineage is so important because your father has children and he passes down his inheritance to his kids. You know what I mean? That's important. That's very important because inheritance is very important. The Most High made the world, made the earth, right, and passed it down to his children for an inheritance. He gave us law, statutes, and commandments as an inheritance also. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Go ahead.
And he died.
Right. So Seth lived a long time, had children, and he died. Go ahead.
Verse 9. And Enos lived 90 years and begat Canaan. Is that how you say it?
Yep. Canaan.
Verse 10. And Enos lived after he begat Canaan 850 years.
Right. So after he begot Canaan, Enos lived 850 years. These brothers are in the Bible are living to almost 1,000 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Black men in America can't even live till 55.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? But that's because the earth is different now. The earth is being robbed and raped from all the nutrients that the Lord had gave it, and then now they put so much stuff in the food. You know what I mean? And then back then the women didn't stress the men out.
Yeah, right.
Nowadays women stress the men out. That's why black women live longer than black men.
Man.
You know what I mean? But then we also have drugs. We also have gang violence.
Right.
We also have black on black crime. All these different things that's playing a part in us that are dying. Pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. You know what I mean? All these different things that are playing a part in us dying. That's why. What is it? Psalms 82. Is it Psalms 82 when the Most High said, "Ye are gods, but you will die like men because of your sins, because of your iniquities."
Right. I know it was in Psalm.
I think it's Psalms 82. But yeah, that's what it like. That's basically where we're getting at. You know what I mean?
That's right.
We don't even have families no more because our babies are being aborted. So we don't even have these big families like Seth had. You know what I mean? Enos had. We don't even have these big families like that. And then monogamy plays a part in it too, because they say that you can only have one wife. Back then, brothers had multiple wives. You know what I mean? So they was having 4 or 5 kids with 2 or 3 different women. you know what I mean? So our lineage was lasting longer. We was lasting longer.
Yep.
Right now, our lineage going to the if it wasn't for the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, you know what I mean? The world would be in shambles right now. But the Lord, every time that something's gonna happen, the changing of the guard, that we're gonna get out of captivity, the Lord always sends prophets to go warn the people. And that's what you see here today in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Keep going on.
And it's like, I'm just going to restart at 10.
Yeah.
Verse 10. And Enos lived after he begot Canaan 850 years and begot sons and daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 11. And all the days of Enos were 905 years.
905 years.
Nice.
That boy lived 905 years, bro. Most High in Christ to that, brother. Go ahead.
So, like,
Go ahead.
If we're getting written in the book, it's going to say we lived for like 52 years.
Basically, because we don't live long anymore. But when Christ comes back, when our King comes back, he's gonna set everything right. So we might live longer. You know what I mean? We might live longer. I'm not sure on that, but we might live longer. He's gonna set things back in order, back right. Go ahead.
Another thing too is like, that really brings and hits home with when the scripture says that unless those days be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, because our flesh is not safe in this day and time.
At all.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the plant, the nutrients and the food, you know what I'm saying? We got to take supplements just to get enough nutrients. Then, whenever we have any ailments, we got to go and get medication from our oppressors who they don't know how to make, natural things. So, of course, that can cause side effects and complications, which will lower your lifespan also. That's why when you see like a commercial about like, this will be good for your allergies, and it's like, but it could also cause blood loss and weight gain and death effects and destruction and pain and suffering, and they kind of say it all fast just to get it out the way, just so you be like, oh no, I ain't worried about that. Let me just leave. Let me take care of my allergies. You know what I'm saying? Like they cause more problems than anything else, and that kind of goes with what you see in your supermarkets, right? With the non-organic foods, with the GMO foods, right? With the you talking about all kinds of stuff in the foods nowadays just to try to get it to preserve the preservatives that are supposed to make the foods last longer on the shelves. Look at the same preservatives that are ruining the lining of your stomach. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so like we definitely suffering. And unless these days be short, and ain't gonna be nobody left to save. So we pray to the Most High. We pray to the Most High get this earth back in order and get everything back the way it was, so that we can live longer and live healthier. You feel me? Because the people that are in rulership over this earth right now are not fit to rule. And the proof is in the citizens of the earth. You know what I'm saying? It's like that was it.
Go ahead.
And he died. Verse 12. And Canaan lived 70 years and begot Mahalalel.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. And Canaan lived after he begot Mahalalel 840 years and begot sons and daughters.
Yikes. You see how long they're living?
Mm-hmm.
And then he said he begot sons and daughters. There we go. You know what I'm talking about? Ooh-wee.
Hey,
ooh-wee.
Like he didn't even have a kid till he was like 80.
Yeah.
Chicks out here, they rushing to get pregnant at 16, right?
I'm telling you, some young is 15, and then they mama's 29. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you feel me? You feel me?
Right.
They have a baby at 16. Their mama's 29. Make their grandmothers and grandmothers at the age of 40, 42, right. 43.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Because they don't have fathers around. Because they were raised by they was raised by the grandmama got pregnant early, then the mama got pregnant early, and then now the daughter's getting pregnant early. So what's gonna be what's gonna be for the great granddaughter? You think she got a chance to get pregnant, or she got a chance to be able to finish high school without getting pregnant, go to college? You know what I'm talking about? 3-4 baby daddies.
It's getting wild out there, sir.
I'm trying to tell you, we went from having 3 or 4 wives to now women having 3 or 4 baby daddies. That's how much the world has twisted. You know what I mean?
God, sir.
And then here in America, where the devil reigns, right? It's they make it okay. They make it okay. It's okay that you die at 52. You know what I'm talking about? It's okay that they have baby mamas and baby daddies and, you know what I mean? 4 kids, 4 baby daddies. It's okay. Don't worry about it. What's up?
And I got to bring this up because this goes right along with what we're seeing in the scriptures right here. People that are in power, they wish they could live forever. They wish they could live longer. Because that's why you see them trying to come up with all the science. Like you look in the science films like they'll show Altered Carbon or any movie that's about them extending their life and downloading their mind into a chip, moving it. You know what I'm talking about? Like they're trying to cheat their way out of being righteous to live long. They're trying to find a loophole to get what they want and live longer. That's why George Soros, or what's that one? Rockefeller and them, they got like 6 different heart transplants. That's 6 people's hearts that you done tried to use to try to make your life last longer when you should have just gave up the ghost a long time ago because you was wicked from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like what do we got to do to get back to this point where we could live this long and live that prosperous? And imagine you looking like you're 25 until you're in your hundreds. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine that? We can't even fathom that here because we're so used to decaying so quickly. You know what I'm saying? So our generations are very, what do you call it? Very close together because of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like as if there's a lot more people on this earth now because of that. Because we're so close together. And so another thing too is that when you're reading in these and you're reading about the years that they're living and things like that, it is talking about years. You understand? And that's another thing that Christianity won't necessarily get you to understand is that there was people that lived that long on this earth. There was people that the Most High dealt with on this earth to live that long because the earth was more bountiful. You know what I mean? Our bodies were much more, healthy. You know what I'm saying? With longevity and the strength. And by the time, like nowadays, we hit 30 years old, our knees starting to go out, our ankles is bad. Every time you're walking up the stairs, you hearing a snap or you running out of breath and all this and that or whatever. You try to keep up with your young kids you're trying to raise up, and they schooling you in the playground because they got all this energy you can't even keep up, and you ain't nothing but like 35 years old, 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? Something got to change. And it begins with our discipline. It begins with us coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And that leads to a healthier life. That leads to a stronger body, stronger spirit, stronger everything. That's all I want to say. It's lucky.
Right. And these kids, man, they growing up fast because they got the internet nowadays. Mm-hmm. So they can go on the internet and find out how to do everything and anything possible by YouTubing it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If they want to learn how to roll a blunt, they can YouTube it. You know what I mean? If they want to learn how to do anything evil, they can YouTube it. But you know what else they can you know what else they can YouTube though?
The UPK.
Oh man, you took it right out of my mouth. Take it right out of my mouth. They can YouTube the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Mm-hmm. They can YouTube class. They could be in class on their phone everywhere they go. Mm-hmm. So there's no excuses, man. There's no excuses on not to be in class, not to be there. There's no excuses. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? No, don't say it. But that's why this is the ISUBK, home of the truth. No cowards and no excuses, man. Right. There's no excuses not to be in class.
That's right. Just lock into the truth, man. And now's the time to lock in. We've seen enough on the globe right now to understand what time we're in. So let's be diligent in our work for the Most High and our servitude to the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? Coming back to our truth. But like you mentioned, a lot of the kids nowadays, they'd rather YouTube Fortnite video tips and tricks. They'd rather YouTube Call of Duty Warzone videos than YouTube righteous things.
Right.
Rather, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just what it is.
And they get it. They get it from the parents. Mm-hmm. They get it from their parents because now most women in the world, they want to YouTube how to go down a stripper pole and to YouTube some recipes. Yeah. You know what I mean? They'd rather YouTube how to go down a stripper pole than to YouTube a recipe on how to feed their children properly.
That's why we only live 60, 70 years old.
You feel me? That's why women are all in the videos twerking and not in the videos cooking. Right. You know what I mean? And the same thing goes with the brothers because the brothers watch what would you call it? Watch gaming videos all day. Watch gaming videos on new games they can play and things like that. But they're not going to get this knowledge. What gets under my skin is brothers watch basketball highlights all day.
Right.
If basketball highlights, right? You ever go on Facebook and see some basketball highlights and there's like a million comments underneath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, that boy nice with the hezzy.
Right.
That boy nice with the turnaround, with the step back. Oh, Why don't they need to be all in these UPK classes? Like, yeah, that's right. The white man is the devil. That's right. That white man went to Buffalo, New York, drove over 4 hours, over 200 miles to go murder black people in their own neighborhood. That's right. That's right. But no, they like to play basketball. I mean, they like to watch basketball to get their mind off of all the oppression that they had, when their mind should be on the oppression and getting their kids from the oppression, not getting their kids to entertain the oppressor. Ooh, that's for sure. Go ahead.
And we have to fight against that spirit of deep sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because we got all the energy in the world to look up the stuff we like. I mean, you can spend all day on YouTube. You talking about, car videos and all kinds of hobbies and stuff. Basketball, like what's it called? The Dunkademics or whatever they call it, basketball channel where everybody dunking, or NBA highlights, or for women it might be a makeup channel. You got all the energy to sit there and watch a 45-minute video where they breaking it down and giving you the tutorial and the step-by-step and the play-by-play, and you attentive. But the second you throw on a video that's pertaining to class, you'll notice that your spirit has to fight against feeling tired all of a sudden, feeling sleepy, feeling bored, that kind of thing. That we have to flip it around. You know what I'm saying? We have to force it to go the other way. Why? Because it leads ultimately to our longer days on this earth. And the Most High said that we were asleep. Now is the time. Now is the high time to awake out of sleep.
Right.
And that sleep spirit that you get when you can't even pay attention in class and all that. That's not something that you want to hold on to when you come into the school. You want to be attentive. You want to be somebody that's taking notes. Because why? Because it's going to benefit your life. It's going to benefit your days.
And it's going to benefit your children's life and your children's days. Because everybody says they do everything for their kids. I take care of my kids and this, that. That's why I work so hard. That's why you do this. That's why you do that. You do everything for your kids except teach them about God and teach them of the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
Right.
You'll teach them how. You'll show them how to roll a blunt because you smoking weed, and you telling them that you're telling them that God put this here for me and you. You know what I'm talking about? Not to get high, though. Not to be getting high. Get drunk in front of your kids, twerk in front of your kids, and all this. You know what I mean? All this. You do everything up under the sun in front of your kids, but you won't teach them about God. That's why the Most High say. That's why the Most High say, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge."
Right.
That's why he said, "My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge." And he didn't say everybody, but he said his people. His people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge because they don't know who they are. They're just running around here blind. See no evil. What's the three monkeys? Speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil, or something like that. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But meanwhile, everything that they're doing is evil. And they know, and most people know that it's evil. They just don't do it. They just don't care anymore.
Right.
Because the white man rules. Go ahead, I keep reading. What's it like?
I'm sorry, verse 15. In my heart.
No.
Oh, y'all on verse 15?
You on verse 15? Oh, we go back to the Hebrew.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're doing 7 verses at a time. So we just finished verse 14.
Yeah,
Go back to
7 verses in Hebrew, 7 verses in English.
You know you can't wait to get back in that Hebrew, right? Right. Let's get it. You got the alphabet. There you go. Go ahead.
So we get why you
Tell them where you at.
We're at Genesis verse 5, verse 15, right?
Chapter 5, verse 15.
Chapter 5, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
Why you hiding?
Mm-hmm.
Mahal.
Go ahead. 5.
Hamas.
Yeah. No, so like Hamas.
Yeah.
Come on.
I was going to say, yeah.
Wait,
It's
Hamas.
Hamas.
like this right here. It's ka. Right here, the ka.
Hamas.
Like, yeah, Kamash.
Come on.
Like you hogging up a loogie.
Oh, I can't even do
That
that.
is, yeah, that's,
Come on.
Come on.
Where's those cough drops I gave you?
Oh, them my pockets.
Go ahead. And, you know what I mean?
Come on.
Those gonna clear you out for camping also. For camp also.
Come on.
gosh. It's Shahayam.
Because there's a k and there's a ch.
Come on.
All right, man. Go ahead, bro. You got it. Don't worry about it, man.
Oh, what?
What's Shahayam?
What's Shishayam?
Shana.
Shana.
Mm-hmm.
So what are these? What they're going over numbers? You know what I mean? Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shasha, Shabai, Shamawana, Dashai, Aishra. You know what I mean? Like they do it. So in Hebrew, the numbers just there's only 1 through 10, and then it gets to like Shasham. It gets to like different.
Like grouping them together.
Yeah, it's like grouping them together. You know what I mean? So Shasha would be 6, right? But Shashayam, you know what I mean?
60
was you know what I mean? That'd be 60.
Shashayam, yeah, because they're just like how they say. Yep.
It's like it's like saying Ak and Akyam.
It's like more of one.
You know what I mean?
Plural. Yeah.
You getting it?
Mm-hmm.
We'll go over the numbers. We'll go over the numbers with you after that way you can. You feel me? You should be watching the Lashawan Kodash classes
In Austin.
Yeah, now they come because he just went over the numbers yesterday. I watched it.
I watched it too. I had to like I'm gonna have to rewatch them and like get it out.
All right, man. That's why it's important, and that's why it's important to stay in the Hebrew classes, the Lashawan Kodash classes on Fridays. There's Lashawan. If you work at nighttime and you can't get the Lashawan Kodash's the Lashawan Kodash nighttime class where you are, the brothers in the UK, they come on in the daytime.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Godaiwan out there in Austin, he comes on in the daytime. You know what I mean? If you work in the daytime, you can always catch it in the night. Even late nights, they have the Lashawan Kodash class in California.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So you can always catch a Lashawan Kodash class. It's important to be in class, not to be on YouTube looking at videos about
booty shaking.
Yeah, booty shaking and video games and you know what I mean? I can see if you're looking up YouTube on how to sew, some sewing classes or something.
How to fix your car.
Yeah, you feel me? I understand something like that you need, but get on YouTube and look up these Hebrew these UPK classes, man. Go ahead, Art.
Which one you on? And he begat.
Kind of concept. What you allowed?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ra.
You're right.
Yarad. Yep.
You're right. Mm-hmm. Verse 16. Wayahai. Mahalalal. Ahara.
Akha.
Akaria. How loud?
Hawalayad.
Hawaladia.
All right.
Hawalayadwa.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And you see this? So how it says like up here it says et.
Ooh, why
right.
does yours look like that? Oh, mine don't look like that. How'd y'all do that? It can really look like that. Mine don't.
You got an iPhone, right?
Yeah, you got an iPhone. You got an iPhone.
iPhone.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Android is
right, but you see where it says et, but it's really a tha. But so you can use those you can use the different pronunciations or the different languages to know what it is in the Hebrew.
Yeah.
So when you see et, it says a tha. You know what I mean? Same thing like same thing like when you see
right, because it's trying to give you the pronunciation in English for you to figure out how to say the word, but it's telling you Yiddish and not ancient Hebrew.
You know
so
what I mean?
On the fly, you just gotta recognize the letters, but that kind of gives you at least a hint of what it could sound like.
Right.
But then you'll get more natural with it as it goes.
And then all you have to do is figure out the prefixes and the suffixes.
Right, exactly.
Suffixes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What goes before the word or goes after the word. If it has something that goes after the word, go before the word. Like when it says priest, it's like priest means it's like kahan. But if it says the priest, hakahan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like it's a prefix, but you know what priest means. You know what I mean? Just like you know what brother means. You'd be like brother Ak, brothers Akyam, the brothers. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead. Don't worry about it. It will get easier.
So and then Yaharad. Did I say it like?
What you on, Jared?
Kind of say.
Yarad. Yep.
Yaharad.
Mm-hmm. 30. Shalash.
Shalashim.
Remember, 3 is shalash. Shalashim is 30.
Shalashim.
There you go.
Shalashim.
There you go.
Sana.
Shana.
Years.
Shana. Why?
Shamana.
Washamana.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Because Shamawana is 8. So, but it says and, so it's a prefix.
Mm-hmm.
So it's wa, like da wa da. Remember, is because da wa da is the wa is a connector. You feel me? So it's like so it's like and 8. So it's like da. So it's like wa shamawana.
All right, go ahead. Go to 100.
Ma'at.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'at.
Ma'awat.
Ma'awat.
Mm-hmm.
Shana.
Mm-hmm.
Waya. Walad.
Mm-hmm. Banyam.
Banyam.
Mm-hmm. Ba means sons. Banyam means plural sons. Go ahead.
Oh, why bana?
Wabanawath.
Wabanawath.
Daughters. Yep.
Wabanawath. And then verse 17. Why Yahweh?
Wayahayawa.
Why Yahayawa?
Mm-hmm.
Ka.
Yamaya.
Yamaya. Mahalala.
There you go. Kamash. There it is.
Kamash. Wataza
What? You talking about 90?
What is it? Wataza
Watha.
Wata
Shai.
Watashaya.
Right, because 9 is the shy. So it's and 90, which means 90 meaning plural of 9.
So
right? What the Shayam.
Shayam.
Mm-hmm.
Shanash.
Shana. Mm-hmm.
Shanash. Like
Washamana.
Washamana. So 8 is just wa or Shamana or
Shamana. Well, in this particular case, it's pronounced like that. It's normally pronounced Shamawana, but this is how it's written here. So keep going. Ma'awath. Shana.
Shana.
And then what is this?
Wayamath.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, though, it is harder to read the letters on the iPhone. For some reason, they use a different type of Assyrian. But go ahead.
Verse 18. Wayahaya.
Wayahaya.
Mm-hmm.
Yarad. Mm-hmm. Shathayam. Mm-hmm.
What? Washashayam.
Washashayam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wa
Wama'ath.
Wama'ath. Shana.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Wayawalad.
Wayawalad.
Atha.
Ata. Hanawak.
Chanawak.
Hanawak.
Mm-hmm. All right, now verse 19. Go
Verse
ahead.
19. Wayahai.
Wayahaya. What's like it? Wayahaya.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because it's a cha.
So like the A isn't like
Wayahaya.
Wayahaya.
Mm-hmm. You'll know if it's a ha, like when you see begat, if it's not connected. When you see that little gap right there, then it's a ha. But when it's connected, then it's a cha. So keep that in mind. And it looks kind of similar. You see right there, where's that little gap? But right here, it's connected all the way. That's how you know which one it is. So wayahaya.
Wayahaya. So the one that's connected is the ha, like that.
Yeah.
And the one that's disconnected is just ha.
Mm-hmm. And then yarad.
You're right. Yes.
Raya.
Aharaya.
Mm-hmm. Ha, this one's a regular one.
Hawalad.
Hawalayad. Hawalayadwa.
Hayawalad. Hawala.
Layadwa.
La'idwa.
Tha.
Ata. How.
Chanawak.
Hanawak.
Shamana.
Shamana. Ma'awat.
Ma'awat.
Ma'awat. Shana.
There you go.
Wayalad. Banama.
Banyam.
Banyam.
Wabaniya.
Wabaniya.
Oh, so like it. Wabana. Wat. That's what it was. Verse 20.
Verse 20. Wayahai. Wayahai.
Hayawa.
Hayawa. Wayahayawa. Ka.
Yamaya.
You said Yamaya.
Yamaya.
Yamaya. You're right.
Yarad.
You're
Yep.
right.
Shakayam.
Shatayam. Washashayam. Washashayam. Shana.
There you go.
Tasha.
Yep.
What the shy.
What the shy. What the shy.
What the shy. Go ahead.
What the shy. Forget about that. Ma'awat. Ma'awat.
There it is. Go
There
ahead.
you go.
Shana. Wayama.
Verse 21.
Verse 21. Wayahai.
That one's closed. Pronounce it again.
Wayahai.
Chai.
Wayahai.
Wayachaya.
Wayahai.
Go ahead.
Hanawak.
Look at the beginning. Yeah, there you go.
Hanawak.
Hanawak. There you go.
Hanawak.
That's right. Go ahead. Hamash.
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 Washasham.
Hamash.
I'm so lucky for those that are listening in. It's like,
No.
like, what are they doing? I mean, look, if you want to download the Blue Letter Bible app, throw on the interlinear, and then you see what we see.
Real talk.
Because when you're not interacting with it, because you're just watching three dudes trying to figure out what these words are saying, then it seems weird. But when you're with this, you're like, oh yeah, that is it. But you start to get it too. So it really is a learning experience for all of us too.
Right. And
so
and download what would you call it? The Lashawan Kodash. Google Lashawan Kodash. Oh, the camera's over here. Google Lashawan Kodash and download it. And then you'll understand what we're talking about Hamash and you'll understand.
He's like, man, what are they talking about? Over there spitting on each other.
Real talk.
All right, go ahead.
What's your mic? What's Shishan?
What's Shashayam?
What's Shashayam?
Shana.
Shana. Why you allowed?
Yeah, why you alive?
Ata.
Yeah. Here's a new one, Methuselah.
That's Methuselah.
Mathawashala.
Matawashala.
Yeah, because that's all
Ma-
right.
We can go to English now.
All right, go. Start at verse 14, English.
Verse 14 English.
No, verse 15 English. So
Oh yeah, verse 15. Yeah, I'm sorry, verse 15.
Yeah.
Verse 15. And Mahalalel lived 65 years and begot Jared. Verse 16. And Mahalalel lived after he begat Jared 830 years.
Right. So now we're going into more lineage. Now we're going into more lineage of what's going on in Matthew. I mean, not Matthew, in Genesis, right? I think we're gonna be going through lineages, like, cause after this chapter, it goes into Noah and his story, and then it just goes back into more lineages after Noah and the flood.
Yeah, get ready.
It just goes back into more. It just go back into more lineage. You know what I mean? That's why. That's why when people read Genesis, they don't read Genesis all the way through. They read certain parts of Genesis. You know what I mean? Because they don't want to. I don't understand the begot and how they was living so long and this and that and this that. Well, you should go ask a priest. Ask the Israelite School of Universal Practice. Ask ye the prophets. You know what I'm talking about? You should. Like,
boy, you ain't need to stop it.
yeah. Y'all need to stop it. Ask ye the prophets, man. Ask ye the prophets. So if it wasn't, it wouldn't be. Oh, Salakia. It wouldn't be in the Bible if it wasn't important. But it's very important. Hey, y'all watching me sharper thigh, sir. I was super rocky. It wouldn't be in the Bible if it wasn't important. But it's important because it's in the Bible. The Lord said it's important. That's why he put the lineages in the Bible. Because nobody wants to strive for lineages no more. Nobody wants to know where they come from. We just all in one big melting pot and love everybody. No, the Lord didn't want it that way. So why would it be in there like that? Go ahead. You was at 15.
What about I read 15? I don't think I was at like 17.
No, you didn't read all of 15. I stopped you.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Come.
Just start over from 15.
And Mariel lived 65 years and begot Jared.
Right. So when he was 65, that's when he had another baby. Yeah, so he had a baby named Jared. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Mariel lived after he begot Jared 830 years.
830 years. 830, 65. He lived to 895 years. Ooh-wee. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ooh-wee. 895 years. Boy, that's something special. That's something special. For somebody to see 70 years old nowadays, is everybody's clapping them like, ooh-wee, you're 70, boy. You get how you been made to 70, right? But nowadays, I mean, back then, 70 is when they was having kids. 70 is when they started having babies. You know what I mean? Go ahead. This nigga Barack guy. Baby, me too, sir. Go ahead.
And he begot sons and daughters. Verse 17. And all the days of Ma'alam were 895 years. 95 years.
Oh, snap. I was correct on my math. I could do math. Go ahead.
And he died.
And then he died because everybody gets old and they die. It's called the circle of life. You were born in this world, you live, you serve the Lord, and you know what I'm talking about, and then you have kids and teach them how to serve the Lord, and then you know what I mean, and then eventually you die. Eventually you pass away. Because you have to. Nobody lives forever, but you can live forever through your children. You can live forever, but you can't live forever. If you catch my drift. You know what I mean? You can live forever through your kids, but you can't live forever in your body. You know what I mean? Because your body got to get old and die, and your soul got to go back up to the Most High and get judged and get put back into another body. It's called the regeneration thing. You know what I'm talking about? Reincarnation. Go ahead.
Verse 18.
I teach another class on that. I wanted to bring some of that out anyway. Go ahead.
And Jared lived 162 years, and he begot Enoch.
You know what I mean? And Jared was 162, and then he had children.
Good night.
You know what I mean? He was 162 having children, and I really believe he could still run around and play with his kids. Go ahead.
And we got verse 19. And Jared lived after he begot Enoch 800 years, and begot sons and daughters.
Right, 800 years. So he lived what? 162 years, 800 years, 962 years. That's how long. He lived. They're living into their 900s. You know what I mean?
Right. Like if we even lived 130 years, we'd be in like 5 wheelchairs. You know what I'm talking about?
You know, I'll be looking at Facebook posts talking about 30 to my 30 and up club. What hurt on you today? You know, stop doing drugs. Stop doing
right?
Yeah, stop doing drugs. Stop going out partying every night.
Right.
Stop going out getting drunk every night. Quit having sex with all these different types of men. Men quit having sex with all these different types of women. You know what I mean? Like stop living a lifestyle that's gonna break your body down.
That's right.
Keep going, Art.
Verse 20. And all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died.
Man, and he died. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And Enoch lived 65 years, and begot Methuselah.
Right. So Enoch was 65 when he begot Methuselah. Now let's go back to the Hebrew. Let's knock out this last Hebrew, and we can go ahead and get ready for camp. Where everybody else is just chilling and relaxing and playing video games, we're gonna be at camp, raising the Lord's nation. You know what I'm talking about? Bringing back the Lord's nation.
Wayathalak. Oh, this is verse 22. Wayathalak. Hanawak. Eta. Alahayim. Aharin. Aharaya. Ahala.
Yeah, we've done this one.
Hawalayad. Hayawalad.
There you go.
Eta. Matawashala.
It's like a lach.
Matawashala.
Shalash.
Ma'awa. Shana. Wayawalad.
There you go.
Mana.
No.
Banim.
No. Banyam. Remember, the M looks different when it's at the end of the word. Yeah, there you go.
Waybanawa. Verse 23. Wayahide. Or Wayahide. Wayahaya. Ka. Yamaya. Hanawak. Hamash. Washashayam. Shana.
Mm-hmm.
Washalash.
Washalash.
Ma'awath.
Ma'awath.
Shana.
Mm-hmm. Verse 24.
Wayhalak.
Wayathalach.
Wayatalak. Hanawak.
Mm-hmm.
Etha.
Mm-hmm.
Alahayam.
Or just Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Probably even.
Mm-mm.
Hmm?
Uh-uh.
Not right there?
No.
Alright.
Hawalahayam.
That's Alahayim.
Alahayam. What in how do you say it?
Wa'aya Nanawa.
Wa'aya Nanawa.
Mm-hmm.
Kaya.
Laquach.
The Kwa.
There you go.
Kwa.
Took.
Took.
That's what that means. Go ahead.
Okay. The Kwa. Out. Atu.
Athawa.
Athawa.
Mm-hmm. We just said this one.
Yeah, it's Alahayim.
Alahayim. Oh, Alahayim.
If you remember, you see the blue. You see how it says Elohim? Well, Elohim. That's how they say it in Yiddish. But Alahayim is how you say it in the Hebrew. That's like God, ruler, power, authority, judges.
Slide, just real quick, because I know we use Elohim during the rank and order prayer, but that's referring to the angels.
Yeah, basically, or because it's like rulers, powers, authority, judges. You know what I mean? Messengers.
Constant.
You know what I mean? So that's what Alahayim is. But when you see it, like it'll say Yahweh. When you we're gonna see it in a little bit. It's gonna say Yahweh.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's gonna say Yahweh.
Verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
Wayahai.
Wayachaya.
Wayachaya.
Go ahead. Keep going.
What? No, let's
just do them one letter at a time. Mathawashalach.
Matawashalach.
Mm-hmm.
Shabbat.
There it is. Go ahead.
Why Shaman?
Washamawanayam.
Washamanaya. What? No. Shamwana.
Shamanwana.
Washamanwana.
Well, this one has Yama. Washam.
Okay, I see it.
No.
Washam.
Oh yeah, it's 80. My bad.
Go ahead.
So it's and
Shana.
It's and 80.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Shamwanayam.
Can you say that?
Shamwanayam.
Shamwanayam.
Right?
Yeah, but they forgot the wa, the ya. Anyway, go ahead.
Shana.
Mm-hmm.
Why ma'at?
Wama'atha.
Wama'ata.
Mm-hmm.
Shana.
Mm-hmm.
Wayalad.
Wayawalad.
Eta. La'amek.
I keep seeing. Hold on. I keep seeing somebody walk out there. Go ahead, y'all keep
Verse
going.
26. Wayahaya. Matasala.
Mathawashalach.
Mata'awashalah.
Acharaya.
Hawalai.
Chawala. Yadwa.
Kawala Ladwa. Eta. La'amek. Lamak.
Shatayam. Go ahead.
80.
Washamawanayam.
Sha'ana.
There you go. Washabai.
Washabai.
Ma'awath.
Awath.
Mm-hmm.
Sha'ana.
Shana.
Shana. It's like Waya Walad.
Mm-hmm.
Bana.
Banyam.
Banyam.
Mm-hmm.
Banyam. Why Banya?
Ma'banawath.
Wabanawath. Verse 27. Wayahaya.
Wayahayawa.
Wayahayawa.
Mm-hmm.
Ka'al.
Mm-hmm.
Yamaya.
Yamaya.
Mata
Matawashalach. There it is.
Washala.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-
Tashai.
Tashai.
Mm-hmm.
Sha'esham.
Washashayam.
Washashayam.
Mm-hmm.
Shanawa.
Shana.
Shana. It's like
Mm-hmm. Watashai.
Watashai. Miawa.
Ma'awath.
Ma'awa.
Shana.
Shana. Wayamath.
Wayamath. There it is. Verse 28. Do you want to just finish the chapter? There's just like a couple verses after that, sir. They finished it up.
The other thing.
All right, okay. Keep going.
Wayahaya.
Mm-hmm.
La'amak.
Lamach.
Lamach.
Mm-hmm. Shatayam.
Shatayam. Washamanayam.
Nayam.
Washamanayam.
There you go.
Shana.
Mm-hmm.
Wama'ata.
Mm-hmm.
Shana.
Okay.
Wayawalad.
Mm-hmm.
Ban.
Yeah. Verse 29.
Verse 29. Wayakara.
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 Mm-hmm.
Eta.
Mm-hmm. Shamawa.
Shamawa.
Noah.
Noah.
It's
I don't know. No.
Is Noah pronounced Nach?
Nach.
I believe it's Nach.
Yeah, knock.
Nah.
Knock, like
Nach.
yeah,
Officer. Nach.
yeah. It's basically.
I know his name. No. Well, go ahead. See, we all learn something every day.
It'd be like Nacha, but
But it's closed together.
Yeah, you dig? So it's knock.
I dig it. Not TV. It's like, go ahead.
La'amor.
La'amar, yeah.
La'amar.
Mm-hmm.
Za.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh. Yanaham.
Hamanawa.
Yanahama.
No. Yeah.
Yanahawama.
Yeah. Now we get some fun words. Let's get it.
Mema. Oh, like
My
my
Sha Nawa.
My Shanawa.
My
Shanawa.
My Sha Nawa.
My Shanawa.
Mm-hmm.
Wama I Shanao.
Wamai Taza Bawana or some Bawan.
Yeah.
We
can
repeat
that.
Wamai
Taza
Ba
Wa.
Oh, actually it's Wan. Yeah.
Wama Tazaban.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Wama Tazaban.
Of our hands. Okay.
Yeah.
Yad.
Now
Yad Yanwa.
Yadyanwa.
Yad
Yadyanwa.
Mhm.
Ma'an.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Hada.
Of the ground.
No, that's Hada. Ama.
Ha'adama.
Halama.
Mhm.
Ha'adama.
Ashar.
Ashar. Ara. Araha.
Arara.
Arara.
Mhm.
You see how
Yahweh.
you see how it says Yahweh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yahweh.
You know what I'm talking about? How
They go to what?
Yahweh.
That's what's it called again?
Yeah, how?
Tetragrammaton. That's the 4-letter. That's good. That's
that's
what
the
you're talking
Tetragrammaton, yeah. But Officer Bragi, sir, we had to teach them the Hebrew quick.
about.
You
Don't
know
talk
what I
in
mean?
Hebrew. Knock yourself out.
Yeah, knock yourself out. But we had to teach him the Hebrew quick, man. Like he had to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
he got thrown straight in.
straight in the fire, man. And
I
like,
tell you, man, keep practicing the
Well,
alphabet. It's important.
right, and he's coming along great because we tossed him out there in the fire, but we're not letting him drown. You know what I mean? Toss him in the water, but we ain't
We're
letting him
just like
drown.
we just sitting here like figure it out.
Yeah,
we
you
like
know what I
helping
mean?
him sound it out. You feel me? Like that's brotherhood right there. You know what I mean?
Wayahaya.
We got just a few verses left. Go ahead. No, you got it. Wayahaya.
La'amek.
Lamach.
Lamach. Ahare.
Acharya.
Aharya. How.
Hawalayadwa. Sorry. Hawalayadwa.
Hawa La'adwa.
This sounds so Native American, doesn't it?
Yep.
That's gangster.
Hawa La'ad.
Atha.
Ata.
Noah is
Nach.
Nach. Yes. Keep on.
Knock yourself out.
Kamash.
Ramash.
Mhm.
What?
Wathashai. Wathashayam. There you go.
Watashayam.
Mhm.
Nasha.
Shana.
Nashana. Like
Go ahead.
what Hamash.
There it is.
Ma'ata.
Yeah.
Shana.
Amath though.
Amath.
Shema.
Amath.
Go ahead.
Shana.
Yeah, so when you see that at the end of a word right here, it goes from tha to hath, like
I need to get a different phone because mine looks so different from y'all. See, look at that. Like it's like it's like kind of the same, but like
oh yeah, hey, it do look different.
I'm like, what in the world?
That's that iPhone joint.
iPhones is not it when it comes to Hebrew. I'm sorry.
That's that
That's
iPhone
how you
joint.
know Android the truth. You feel me? Like,
Because our letters look just like the alphabet.
right.
iPhone suck because that bill's that's like $600.
Get you an Android, man. Get you a cheap one if you need
Come
to.
You go to Cricket.
Go ahead.
Waya alad. Waya alad. Ba'ana.
Banyam.
Banyam. What? Why?
Well, but no. What?
Banawa.
There it is. Keep going.
Verse 31. Okay. Wayahaya. Ka'al. Yamaya. Lamach.
Shabai.
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 Washabayam.
Washabayam. Shanana. Sha'ana. Why Shabbat?
Washabai.
Washabai.
You remember, because okay, all right, because look, remember, so right here, and then we just said 7, and then in 70 Washabayim, right? Then we said years, and then we were back to 7. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like Washabai. So it's
Washabayim.
yeah, Shabai, Washabayim, Shana. And we're right back to 7, so we'll be oh snap, what did I do? What did I do?
Went to the next one.
Verse 31.
Salakia. I'm pressing buttons. So it'd be Washabai and then 100.
Oh,
And then
okay.
years. It's just like repeating the same words over and over again. Basically, it's just in different.
Officer, I want to know where you got the swords and how much they were.
Oh,
You can message them on that. I mean, it's like I should have told you after class, but you hit me up about it. I forgot.
all right, no sweat.
All right,
He didn't hit you up. He got my number. Yep.
I think it's because I posted that photo. So I can.
Okay. Go ahead.
What? Shut. What was that?
You 70 years, right?
70.
Shana.
Shana. Why
Washabai.
Shabayim? Right, and he died.
Which one are you on?
And
Yeah.
he died. Why Shabayim? Why you
100 years and he died. Start there.
Because these are
100 years and
hard.
he died. 100. So
Right here.
oh, it's lucky. Yeah. Oh,
You were right there.
I moved it up. It's like
Ma'awath.
what? Wait.
Ma'awath.
Ma'awath.
And then Shana.
Shana. Wait, where are you starting? You starting here?
Do the last word. You're on the last. There you go. You're on the bottom. Yeah.
Wayama.
There you go. Last verse.
Kind of concept. Verse 32. Wayahaya. Ark.
Nach.
Nach. Ban. Hamash. Hamash.
Remember, look at that. Look at the word that's below it. And you see it's 5. So you know 5. Hamash.
Hamash. Kind of concept. And 100. Ma'awath. Shana.
There you go.
Okay, this sounding good.
Waya.
Wayawalad.
Yeah.
Right? And then you look at the bottom word and the next word. What is it? Noah?
Nach.
So even though it's Nach.
Nach.
There you go.
Eta.
There you go.
Sham.
Shem.
Eta.
Him.
Right?
Yeah,
Ham.
that's good. That's good.
What?
Wa'ata.
Wa'ata.
Yapath.
Yapath.
That's a P. That looks weird, right? Well, hangman. Just remember that P. All right.
Right. So, all right. So you remember how earlier it was like and 70. So it was a wa. So when it's by yourself, so when and is by itself, is why
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's by itself, so it's not with a number, so it's not just wa, it's why.
Oh.
So if it's with a word and it's connecting to words, it'd be wa.
So it'd just be wa and then the number and then
or it'd be da wa da. It'd be putting you know what I mean? I gotta say it because that's what that's what they do in the big Israelite groups. They say shalom, which just means peace or piecing. You know what I mean? So they put the Y in there because they're trying to equate for vowels. When there's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're saying shalom. So they're just saying piecing is just like a connecting, like, so they're saying the same thing as shalom. They're just trying to make it sound. They're trying to incorporate vowels in there.
Like the Syrian.
Yeah, they're trying to make it sound cool.
Not even cool. But yeah, we're on start English verse 21.
Shalakia, but hey now. Go. We done with that, right? We can go to the English, right? Go ahead.
Right.
Let's go to that English, man.
Verse 21. And Enoch lived 65 years and begat Methuselah.
Right, keep going on.
Verse 22.
We just gonna run through that until we get to Noah because it ain't doing nothing but just giving us how many years, who they begot. You know what I mean? It's giving us a lineage.
And Enoch walked with God after he begat Methuselah 300 years and begot sons and daughters. Verse 23. And all the days of Enoch were 365 years. Verse 24. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Verse 25. Oh, wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Like God took him, for God took him.
Go read it one more time.
Verse 24. And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him.
He was like what's his name? Is it
Elias?
It's not Elijah.
Elijah, yeah.
Went up with the Most High.
You saying that Enoch didn't see death? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically it's like he went up with the Most High. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he walked with the Most High.
Oh.
He was with the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 25. And Methuselah lived 187 years and begot Lamech.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 26. And Methuselah lived after he begot Lamech 782 years and begot sons and daughters.
Uh-huh.
Verse 27. And all of the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. Verse 28. And Lamech lived 182 years, and he begot a son. Verse 29. And
Good.
And he called his name Noah.
Knock. That boy, knock. Knock yourself out. Go ahead. Keep going.
Not saying, this same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which the Lord hath cursed.
Right. So now you're talking about Noah being able to till the ground and be able to work the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, but 2 weeks ago we talked about how the Lord cursed the earth.
Okay.
Right. So now for Noah, he's blessed. He's basically blessing the earth. He's giving Noah, like, you got the hands, you got the work, because you're gonna do the work. You can go ahead and toil the ground, and the earth is going, the ground is going to give back to you. Go ahead.
Right.
Verse 32. And Noah was 500 years old.
Wait.
Whoa,
Verse 32.
slack it. Whoa. I was like, whoa, wait. I don't know. Hold on. Make it
Verse
30.
Yeah.
Verse 30, slack it. And Lamech lived after he begot Noah 595 years and begot sons and daughters.
Right. Oh, so Noah had brothers and sisters, huh?
Right.
Oh, so Noah left his brothers and his sisters there when he went on the ark.
Right.
With his children. He was like, yeah, whatever the Lord, you know what I mean? The Lord told me not to let y'all in. Right. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man, that's heavy.
I'm trying to tell you, when I seen that the other day, I was like, man, I was thinking in my mind, like, the brothers in the Bible, they leave they brothers and sisters and everybody, like, no, because the Most High told me, you know what I mean, they follow orders. Go ahead.
So I was just going to add to that, because even Christ said that he that loveth mother or father more than me is not worthy of me.
Right.
He that loveth wife or daughter, or, you know what I'm saying, like all their
Right.
family. He says that if you love that more than the truth, then you're not worthy of the truth.
Right.
You got to be willing to put that first.
Hey, when Christ's mama and brothers came to camp, and he was like talking, they was like, your mama, your brothers over there, your family over there, and he said, who is my mother? Who is my father? Those that do the work do the will of the Father. You know what I mean?
That was heavy.
Yeah, like you know, so like Christ wasn't no soft, homosexual brother like Caesar Boy, like this guy.
Cedric?
Like he wasn't like this guy. You know what I'm talking about? He wasn't like this guy. You feel me? He was like he was a real
roughneck.
Yeah, a real roughneck for the Most High. You know what I'm talking about? He was for the Most High, real roughneck for the Most High. Go ahead, all right.
You know, the scripture said he was an austere man as well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But your family, they're gonna be like, well, how come you ain't come to the family dinner and show? You know it's your sister's birthday. you know it's Mother's Day.
Oh man,
you're not coming to Christmas. Your grandmama misses you.
Right.
Be like,
I come 2 days after Christmas.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? It comes
those who do the will of the Father. That's my grandma.
And
that's my sister.
And make sure she cooks something, no pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. You feel me? But yeah, I come see her 2 days after Christmas.
Your grandma worried about you. She thinks you in a cold. She think think y'all being violent. Meanwhile, white people shooting up grocery stores, but we're the ones that are violent.
Wait. I love when they tell me like they think you in a cult. No. Tell them I'm a cult leader. You do it. Tell them. Real talk. Whoa. Tell them I'm a cult leader. You know what I'm talking about? And everybody get their cult in order. You feel me? Go ahead. All right. Salakia.
Verse 31.
Salakia. If I Salakia.
That's right. Verse 31. In all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died.
Right.
777.
Right. So, well, the moral point of the story is everybody dies. You know what I mean? Everybody dies. So when when your mother dies, don't be. It's okay to mourn, but everybody takes that mourning and they live with it. Like I know people that died 20 years ago, and people still every time the day of
like the anniversary of it?
No, the day of their birth. So let me say that. Can I say that? The day they was born or whatever. They always go back and be like, no, I miss you, this, that, and be at the gravesite pouring out liquor and this, that, and this, that. Like, man, let that go. They're going, they rose again already. You know what I mean? Like, they rose again already. Like, you feel me? Like, they're here again already.
Like, you be 80 years old, you got your great-great-grandson there, you're like, this is your great-great-grandson. And then meanwhile, that's him.
Yeah,
he's looking at his own grave, like dang.
You have to live on, man. You might as well go. You might as well get in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and raise a nation, raise the Lord's nation. You know what I mean? Help put in your brick. You know what I mean? That's what you might as well do instead of dwelling on the dead all the time. Because everybody dies, everybody dies. Like everybody has to die. Because that's the circle of life. That's how it's meant to be. You meant to be born. You meant to live, serve the Lord, and then you meant to die, and then you meant to be reborn again.
The judgment, and if you did bad, you're going into the hell, right?
Into the what?
Into like the state of hell. Like you get born poor again. Like
no, man, we all going. We're like because you in the truth. Well, we're in the truth, right? So we're in the truth, and we're all. And just because we're in the truth, don't mean we're not in hell either.
Right.
Oh yeah. Well,
so we're all in hell together with our people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are all in hell together right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Okay. You know what I mean? When that devil went to that store and shot up all those people in Buffalo, they were all in hell. We're all in hell. You know what I mean? So don't look at it like you're going to go get and the Lord because the yes, that is true. That your soul get judged, and you might come back in here and be poor. You might come back and be, you know what I mean. The Lord might judge you in your next life, but the Lord might judge you three, 4 lifetimes from now. You know what I'm talking about? 3. You know what I mean? You might come back great grandson of somebody, and then he might judge you. You know what I mean? Because he might give you time to get right. He might be like your next life. You might be one of my coldest, you know what I mean, prophets that's on the streets. You know what I mean. So he might be like, you know what, I like him. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. So don't never think that you can't come back to the Father. That you know what I mean. Just because you did this much evil that you can't. What's the word I'm looking for? Because you did so much evil that you can't repent for it. You know what I mean? That you can't come back to the what's up.
So it's like like Hafsa Dawud told me. So it is like when like you living in your father's house and you break his rules, he's gonna kick you out, but you can come back if you follow his rules.
Yeah. Yeah, basically the Lord is not the Lord is a merciful God. He's a terrible God also, but he's a merciful God. You know what I mean? So you show him that you want to do right and that you trying to do it. You know what I mean? And you know the Lord will be on your side. That's like a brother doing drugs. You know what I mean? The brother doing drugs, he does drugs, but then he knows it's wrong. He's trying to get his life right, so he's actually trying to get off the drugs. You know what I mean? He's actually trying to get off the drugs, so the Lord will help him. That don't mean he won't fall and go back into the drugs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, damn, man, and like, I've messed up. I shouldn't have did it. You know what I mean? Like, and then the Lord will be on his side, like a just man falls 7 times and get up 8. You know what I mean? the Lord is going to be with you if you know that is wrong, and you know that you're trying to change your life and everything, because the Lord knows all. You can't fool the Most High. You can't fool Christ. You can't fool him. I don't care what you're trying to do. I don't care if you're trying to pump fake them, 52 fake, whatever. You can't do it. You know what I mean? Because they know what's really going on. No, they know what's going on in your mind. I want to say your heart. They know what's going on in your heart. You like what? Is there any more on that? On 32?
Verse 32. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Right. So now it's going into Ham, Shem, and Japheth, and I think that's a great stopping point. Genesis 5, mark it.
We was at the end of 5.
No, we're done with 5. We should be at 6.
Okay, there we go.
6 and 1. So mark it.
Mark 6.
Yes, there you go.
All right. And with that, I margin. You gonna blow the trumpet or what? Hold on, whatever.
Wait. Let me know when.
Oh man, did I spill it? I spilled something.
Spill.
Stupid. Right now, you know what I'm talking about? We got one in the coding class. I try to tell them you feel me. Right hand. Right. Turn. Laya Shala. Take it.
All right, we're going to finish up the class with the Lord's Prayer and the Lashwan Kodash.
Hold on. We got to close it up now. Wait, go. I was trying to figure out which way to.
Hardcore.
Pick it up.
Oh, select.
Right shoulder.
Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malak with Ka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Dalano. Lacham. Kal. Yawam. Wasalakno. Kabawathno. Kasalakno. Kabawathno. Wala'ah. Tabi'ayano. Banasaya 1. Abal. Hayashayano. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wa'ala. Wa'atapara. La'ulamyum. Aman. The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. All right, now we're going to salute the Torah. Turn the camera. No, I don't. This thing want to twist it back though. That good?
Yeah, wait till a while.
All right.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barakiyah.
Yahweh Hashem Barakiyah.
All right, come back over here, young man.
Got it. Hold that side.
Blow the trumpet.
Come.
All right. Now we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barakiyah, Yad Matah. We're going to start, turn the face of sisters. Give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amad Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Yad Matah. Class dismissed.